Write the questions.
Um, I, Opening game, I thought South Carolina State did some, Tony had them turned up and did some really good things. Thought they played with good pace. I said to our guys, I wasn't very impressed by what we did tonight. We didn't play like we're capable of, which was disappointing. I think some of that's attributed to South Carolina State's effort and some of the things, but we did some things I hadn't seen all preseason, which was a little concerning, and maybe those are things we can correct. But I saw a lot of things I hadn't seen in the preseason. I hope I don't see them again.
What about the tempo? You talked about that obviously in the preseason. Were you overall pleased with that, or is that still a work in progress?
I thought we played well in transition at spurts. A lot of it was I was more concerned about the way we guarded in transition. We gave up 7 layups in the first, and that's a drill we do every day. It seemed like we were sort of caught a little bit off guard, and I don't know whether it's our speed or our lack of getting back and corralling the ball, but we gave up 7 layups in the first half, and at one point they were shooting 58%. Now we got it down to the low 30s or the mid 30s before the half, but saw some things that really concerned me that we hadn't done all preseason.
With a number of new guys on the floor, talk about the acclimation process and getting used to playing with one another, how much that had to do.
Well, there's an acclimation process, but there's also some, throw the ball to an open guy, make an easy play. If the guy next to you is a little bit more open, throw it to him. When you shoot 32, 22, and 57, I mean, some of those are also constant. I mean, we missed 5 in a row from the free throw line at one point with guys that can shoot the ball. I think it was a little bit of an adjustment. I asked the guys before, and I actually asked we talked about it as a staff, was it going to be different playing in front of a crowd? And our guys said it was, but does it affect your play that much? It shouldn't, hopefully. We're going to play in some pretty big crowds, so if that one affects us, we better get used to it quickly.
The free throw shooting, is that more of a surprise, you think, or do you think that would be an issue?
We were surprised by a lot of things. And to the guys' defense, they ran a bunch of actions we hadn't seen because we hadn't seen them on tape. And I thought Tony did a really good job of changing tag angles, of doing some stuff. They ran a little UCLA continuity, which we hadn't seen. So those were some things that, principle-wise, the guys did a nice job of adjusting. There were some things that we had not seen. We went through all the Memphis stuff from last year, and where there's some wrinkles that Memphis ran, but there was also some really nice stuff that he ran with tag angles and adjustments that we had to sort of adjust on the fly. We made some plays. Our offensive numbers were bad, so we got to figure that out.
After the first 5-10 minutes, you guys seemed to settle in more defensively, forcing 16 turnovers, 20 points off those turnovers. What did you think of the defensive effort?
Well, our numbers were good. It was just the amount of easy baskets. I mean, you start thinking about what they shoot 34 from the game or whatever it was, 35, and if we hadn't given up 7 layups in the first half and we gave up a couple offensive rebound puts back, so some, there was also a few drives at the end when we weren't going to foul, but once we got our feet set in the half court, we defended pretty well. But we need to make sure that those transition baskets, some of those second chance baskets, are put away.
What did you kind of say when they cut it from 13 to 2 there in the second half?
Well, the 10-0 run was, it was 2 quick shots. It was an offensive rebound that we turned into a turnover, and they were all transition points. And then we talked to our guys that all bad shots ended up in points for those guys. And I think the number we had on bad shots the other day when practice was we made 8% of bad shots or tough shots, and bad shots are the same as a turnover in our book. So move the ball, and I thought it stuck a little bit. I thought we did some good things in spurts, but then I also we missed a lot of open shots also, which doesn't help either.
Brandon Johnson played pretty well.
He was terrific.
What are your thoughts on his play?
He's a puppy. He's going to be a good player. He just needs some repetitions and some confidence. He does some things, as you can see. I mean, he wants to please, but he's a freshman, and now all of a sudden the speed of the game for him is a little bit better. He adjusts pretty quickly, as you could see. I mean, I thought the block was a really good play. I thought the steal, a couple of those finishes around the basket were really good plays. And he went and got the ball in traffic. And I think he was a little jittery early, which he should be. He'd never done this before. So I think the more he gets out there, the more confident he gets, the better he's going to be.
Between Johnson and Luigi didn't play a whole lot of minutes tonight. Where do you hope to find help in terms of getting something going in the paint?
Well, I mean, Luigi was really disappointed the way we played, and I mean, people that have come to practice, I hadn't seen him play that poorly all preseason. And I mean, he was, you know, sped up is I guess the best word. Zoe is still working his way into shape from the injury. I mean, I think we can play some combos of, you know, Luigi as a center and Zoe as a center, and then like tonight we played Brandon as a center some, or at advance, depending upon who you want to do. So we'll play those four guys. You know, we want to start easing, you know, Tay and Marlon in there some too. So, but I mean, tonight wasn't enough. There wasn't enough wiggle room to try to give them a 4-minute window to play. So we'd like to hopefully see those guys get some action.
3 guys out tonight, you know, Reyes, RJ, and Winston. Are those guys day-to-day moving forward? Kind of what's their status?
Day-to-day, I've not talked to Dr. Purdue. I mean, he came and evaluated a couple of guys today at halftime, so I've not seen Nate. As soon as we leave here, I'll go back and find. So we're hoping to get a couple of these guys, you know, 1 or 2 of them back hopefully by this weekend. I don't know how many minutes or if they'll be able to play, but hopefully where they'll be at least be able to practice.
Anything else?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.